I was his backup plan, so I made him lose everything he thought he had. Welcome to /regrets, like and subscribe for more content, enjoy. I was his backup plan, he compared me to her in a spreadsheet, so I ruined his life with precision. I was never the type to believe in revenge. I used to think walking away was enough. That people eventually get what they deserve. But then I found out I was just a backup plan in the relationship I'd given 4 years of my life to. And suddenly, walking away wasn't enough. You never really think you're the backup plan. You hear stories about it, joke about it, think you'd know if someone didn't fully love you. But I didn't. Not until it was too late. We'd been together almost 4 years. Moved in at year 2. Had joint bills, joint accounts, routines. Even holidays with each other's families. I thought we were building something stable, maybe even long-term. He was emotionally distant, sure. Not big on affection or vulnerability, quiet, reserved. The type who didn't post on social media. Never big on romance. But I chalked that up to personality. Some people aren't naturally expressive. I convinced myself he showed love in other ways. He was dependable, cooked for us, remembered small things, rubbed my back when I was stressed, always made coffee in the morning, and called my mom on her birthday. I thought that was love. That consistency meant commitment. Looking back, that's probably why I missed all the signs. But they were there, like how he always hesitated when we talked about the future. He never wanted to talk about marriage. Said it was just paperwork. I believed him. We weren't traditional. I convinced myself we were progressive, not drifting. Everything started unraveling when I had a migraine at work and came home early, quietly entered the apartment. He didn't hear me come in, just wanted to sleep it off. He was in our bedroom on a Zoom call. With a woman. Laughing. His whole face lit up. It was a version of him I hadn't seen in years. I recognized the voice immediately. I had heard about her before. Just a friend from college. They texted occasionally, he said. Nothing serious. I'd believed him. Foolishly. What I heard that day made my skin crawl. I can't wait to finally be with you again. I just need a few more weeks to make the clean break. She has no clue. I didn't move, didn't say a word, didn't cry. I just froze for a second and stepped back, closed the door silently, and sat on the couch like a robot. When he came out, he smiled like nothing had happened. Kissed me. Asked what I wanted to eat. I played along. I needed time. That night, I laid awake staring at the ceiling thinking, my brain just kept repeating, she has no idea. I'm almost out. I ran through every moment of our relationship, realizing how calculated he had been. This wasn't a slip-up. He was planning an exit. Coordinated. Deceitful. Cold. And he was doing it while letting me pay half the bills and caring for him. The next morning, I called in sick. He left early to work, and was at his office, so I had full access to his home office and computer. We had a PC at home. I barely used it, since I had my laptop. The home PC was more his, he used to play on it some nights. I booted it up and started searching through his files. At first, nothing, mostly games and work-related stuff. Then I found the folder. A folder titled Future Projections. Inside were documents, spreadsheets, messages. He had spreadsheets ranking me and this other woman, labeled with our initials. Each file had categories like emotional cost, stability, return on investment, life satisfaction, career alignment, and even genetic potential. He literally scored us. She won in chemistry, passion, and future excitement. I won in income predictability, maturity, and relationship readiness. He had reduced our entire relationship to metrics. I wasn't a partner. I was a damn probability chart. In one document, I was listed as safe, stable, loyal, no drama. Might settle if it doesn't work out again. Next to her name, the one. High risk, but worth it. Can't fail this chance anymore. There were messages too. Chats between them. Calls logged. Hotel receipts. Pictures of them together, kissing, smiling, from locations in our own city, all that while I was away, traveling for work. That's when I broke. I cried. Shaking, silent sobs. I felt disposable. Like I was just some stable branch he was perching on until the storm passed. So I made a decision, If I was just the backup plan, he was going to learn what happens when the safe option becomes a hurricane. I was not going to let him get away with any of this. I wanted to scream. But instead, I took screenshots, screen recorded everything. Created multiple encrypted backups. Copied files. Transferred everything to a couple of USBs and hid it. I didn't confront him. I wanted him to think I was clueless. If I was the safe one, the boring one, fine. Let him underestimate me. Step 1, Financial damage. We had a joint savings account, mostly filled by me. I began slowly transferring my share to a new hidden account. I also stopped contributing to bills under my name and started defaulting small things to his card, groceries, utilities, streaming services. He didn't notice. Or didn't care. I began preparing my exit. Found an apartment. Quietly signed a lease. Bought boxes. Hid them in my car trunk, also called our landlord and asked what it would take to break the lease early. She was sympathetic. Gave me the process. Step 2, Career sabotage. He worked in marketing, specifically PR. Reputation and trust were everything to his job. So I compiled a professional dossier, highlighting his lies, manipulations, secret affairs, and a fake resume he had stored on his computer. Yes, he lied on his resume. Claimed credits for campaigns he never worked on. Claimed degrees he never finished. It was all there in his personal files. I used an anonymous email to forward the evidence to his company's HR department. Few days later, he started talking about how unstable his job was becoming. About a week later, he was let go unexpectedly. He thought it was due to downsizing. I acted surprised. Oh no. Maybe it's a good time to go freelance? Meanwhile, I started acting like the perfect girlfriend. Cooked more. Smiled more. Asked about his day. Gave him zero reason to suspect anything. Then step 3, social collapse. We shared many friends, most of whom thought we were relationship goals. I started sending anonymous tips to his inner circle. Screenshots of the spreadsheet. Photos of the other woman. His disgusting notes on my predictability. People were shocked. Some asked me directly. I just said, I don't know what you've heard, but I'm doing okay. Let them draw their own conclusions. One friend, his oldest buddy, confronted him. They had a falling out. Others distanced themselves. His social life started cracking. At the end, I created a fake email. Sent everything to his friend from college, all the documents, all the lies I kept tabs on. The entire folder. I didn't even write a message. Soon after that, while he was gone, left town for a conference, aka her place. I moved out. Completely. Emptied the joint account, my half, into my private one. Shut off utilities in my name. I left the apartment bare except for a manila envelope on the kitchen counter with a single sentence. Your risk analysis was wrong. Inside was everything: a copy of his spreadsheet, printed emails, the anonymous HR complaint, and screenshots of his friend group chat reacting to it all. I also included the notice of lease termination and his final share of rent, calculated to the day, in spreadsheet form. I signed it, your safest option. He came back 3 days later to an empty apartment. He called me 17 times. Then emailed me. Then texted. Then rage DM'd me from alt accounts. Left voicemails crying, begging, then screaming. My silence was part of the punishment. You can't gaslight someone who refuses to play the game. He got desperate. Sent long emails begging to talk it through, swearing it was all a mistake. That he loved me. I didn't reply. Not once. Just listened to his perfect mask crumble piece by piece. Update from mutual friend, the other woman blocked him. When he lost his job and stopped being financially available, she ghosted. Last I heard, he's alone, had to move back to his mom's for a while. Now lives in a studio apartment in a cheaper city, trying to freelance. I should feel bad. I really should. But I don't. Not after seeing the way he turned my love into a calculation. I was never an option. I was a human being. With feelings. Who gave everything. And got ranked in a damn Excel file. I'm living on my own now. Slowly healing. Going to therapy. Still flinching at small things like his cologne or seeing couples in cafes. But I'm free and it feels good, light. But I won't lie, the revenge part was pretty damn satisfying. I know I shouldn't, but honestly, I'm proud of what I did. Call it cold. Call it vengeful. I call it accountability. For now, I'm just focusing on myself. Making new friends. Starting a journal. Taking care of my health again. Maybe someday I'll trust again, slowly, carefully. But right now, I trust me. That's a good place to start. So yeah. I was the backup plan. But now I'm my own priority. You want to know the best part? I don't miss him. Not even a little. So what you think? What was your favorite part? Like and subscribe for more.